A constitutional expert says your constitutional rights could be in jeopardy after the United States government remains steadfast in its decision to deport a man from Maryland to El Salvador. WMER2 News' Blair Sable sat down with them, and today, Blair, what is his interpretation of all this?
Well, Kelly, on the surface, it may seem like this doesn't affect you or I, but Professor Mark Graber at the University of Maryland Law School says this leaves the door wide open for the government to cross the line in more ways than one.
Everybody is potentially vulnerable to what happened to Mr. Garcia.
It's Kilmar Abrego-Garcia today, anyone else tomorrow. Constitutional law professor Mark Graber says his case is one that should concern everyone. Abrego-Garcia did enter the country illegally, but was later allowed by a judge to stay and granted protection from being deported back to his home country. The Supreme Court confirmed the government wrongfully detained him and sent him to a maximum security Salvadorian prison last month. The White House has doubled down on the move and shared police records that indicate Garcia is a member of MS-13. Graber believes the evidence is thin at best.
We had a person who was legally in the country, a person who the government confessed they made an error. Why can't the government decide by accident, we're not a citizen, or we committed the crime that sort of got us sent to El Salvador, and once we're there, claim they can't get us back?
And he says it could go even further, being sent to a foreign prison for disagreeing with policy. Under the Trump administration, he says the Constitution we now know is in grave danger and warns against alignment with countries like El Salvador.
This has become a highly repressive regime, and that we are becoming friends risks we are becoming imitators.
Now, Senator Chris Van Hollen has been in El Salvador the last couple of days, attempting to check in on Garcia's status, and today, again, he was denied. Meanwhile, critics have denounced that trip, saying it was a misuse of taxpayer money, and Van Hollen clapped back, saying taxpayer dollars should not be used to violate court orders.
So, Blair, did the professor have any recommendations for people who just might find this kind of concerning?
Well, yeah, he said the best thing that you can do is to use your voice to speak up, saying that you don't find this to be the right thing to do, and particularly to tell your representatives that this is something that you don't tolerate.
All right, Blair Sable, thanks for that report.